come, and she is trained in Hatha and some other type of yoga that I can't pronounce, but that is designed for breathing and deep
Kundalini.
stretching.
Yeah.
She will give you more of the technical aspect of it, but, because that introduction left a lot to be said. But we are so excited to have her here, and take it away, Erica.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Yeah, so she introduced me. You know who I am. We'll just jump in because we only have about 45 minutes to get nice and deeply stretched out. Just show of hands, who's planning to stay for the class after this? Half, okay. Because I kind of set this up in a way to just get everyone nice and loose and limber and not too relaxed so that you'd be ready for that. Yeah, but we'll definitely stretch deep, just get those muscles ready to either just chill or jump into your workout. One thing that I'll say just as a little bit of an intro, so deep stretch, it will be deep, but just be aware not to go full bore, go deep right away, right? Approach class with some ease and some just kind of working up to that, right? So that's my only disclaimer is, we'll get it deep, we'll work into it, but just don't overdo it because overstretching is a thing and we don't want that for anybody. We don't want anyone getting hurt or anything like that. So we're actually going to start standing up. So our first our first two segments are going to be done standing, and then we'll do some work on the mat. And we'll start with really opening up our spine, right? So kind of the brain is the big part, most important part of our body that controls everything else that we do. Every movement, every thought, all of that. So with Hatha yoga, the intent and the purpose of it is to kind of balance both sides of your body and get everything working in unison, right? So like your two physical sides, but also that kind of mind-body clarity. So how we start to do that is we focus on the spine. And something to think about too, the natural design of the body, within that we have three curves of the spine in the neck, and the thoracic spine, and the lumbar spine. And a lot of times, just because of our daily life and how we've actually evolved over time, we've started to lose those, particularly the one in our neck. So we're gonna do a little bit of deep stretch for the neck. So go easy, definitely go gentle with the neck and work up to it if that feels okay and feels safe for you and your body. If it doesn't, don't do it. If I'm telling you to do something and your body's telling you no, please honor that. Always listen to your own sort of intuition over anything I'm saying, and feel free to modify, especially those of you who are more familiar with yoga and I'll try to give you modifications, of course, but if you kind of want to do your own thing and adjust, please feel free to do that. I'm your guide, but this is your practice, it's your body. Make this class kind of what will work for you. All right, so we're gonna get started. Feet together. And we're going to take our hands behind our back. So you want to clasp your fingers together, and if possible, the wrists are at 90 degrees. That may not be accessible for everybody, so if not, again, work with where you are. And from here, just take a minute, kind of feel your feet on the ground, just bring your awareness down into the bottoms of your feet, working your way up. Take your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. We want to really pull those shoulder blades together, and if possible, the elbows are straight. And so some of us may be more like here, some of us may have a bigger range of motion and be out here. You might want to kind of work into that. So just find what works for you. We're going to kind of be in this position for a little while. So again, ease into it, start soft, and kind of work up if that feels okay. All right, so from here, we're going to take our head back. I'm going to give you guys this kind of side view here. So tilt your head back, look up at the ceiling. And from here, just let that head hang back, hang heavy. We're stretching through the throat, kind of getting a stretch even for our thyroid glands. And then let's start to roll out the back of the neck gently, gently, gently with the neck, starting slow and only picking up speed if that feels right for you. Just rolling that neck out back and forth. And then let's bring our head through center, and then we're going to reverse it. We're going to bring our chin to chest, look down at the floor, maybe say hi to your toes. And now we're stretching the neck, and then we're going to give a little massage to our throat. Start to gently roll your chin side to side. And then let's bring our head through center, look straight. Let's actually release this arm grip, shake the hands out a little bit, rotate your shoulders. Big circles from the shoulders. Let the arms just come along for the ride. Move your head side to side as you rotate. And now here, see if you can start to connect your breath. Half circle inhale, half circle exhale. However fast you're breathing is how fast you're moving. Let the breath control the speed of your movement. Let's reverse that. Go the other way with the shoulders. So that's the other kind of important piece of a Hatha yoga class. Anything we do on one side, we do on the other side. Anything we do in one direction, we do the other direction. All right, let's release that out. Shake the arms out, wiggle the legs if you want. Let's come back to that starting position with the hands together, shoulders back. Take that tailbone, press your tailbone out. Maybe you feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of your pelvis. And now we're gonna get into the side muscles of the neck. So relax your chin to one shoulder. Look down at the ground. Let your eyes kind of contribute to that stretch. And then let's start to move the head up and down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And then from here, start to move your head towards the opposite shoulder, moving in a zigzag pattern. So you're kind of like drawing a zigzag with your nose as you inhale up and exhale down, traveling over to your opposite shoulder. Once you get to that opposite shoulder, stay there. Just like we did on the other side, let the chin relax towards the shoulder. Look down at the ground with your eyes. And then we'll move up and down right here, inhaling up, exhaling down. Connect that breath. And then just like we got here, we're gonna come back with that zigzag motion. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Moving at your own pace with your own breath. Once you get back to our starting shoulder, let's rotate. So we're gonna inhale up and back, look at the ceiling. And we're gonna exhale down, chin to chest. And again, inhale up and back. Exhale down. We'll do one more on this side. And after you've completed 3, go the other way. Keep the breath pattern exactly the same. We're gonna exhale chin to chest, and we're gonna inhale up and back. Take this at any speed that is right for you. Just keep that breath connected. Inhale as you look up and exhale as you look down. And let's do one more on this side, or if you're counting, do 3 on each side, you're good. Bring that head back to center, look straight, release those arms, shake it out. Shake it out, wiggle the legs, like get a little bit weird with it, right? Like close your eyes, no one else is here, you do you. All right, and then let's take the hands behind our back once more. Feel your feet, press that tailbone back, roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and tighten your muscles. So we want to engage all the muscles, and then we're going to release the hands, but hold an imaginary ball of energy behind your back so that your muscles are still tight and still active. And then we're going to close our eyes here. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, feel free to just softly gaze on the floor. But if you are okay doing it, just close the eyes. And we're going to bring the awareness down into our feet, and we're going to gently sway back and forth. It's a very small motion. It's all in the feet. Keep all the joints. Don't let the joints bend. So we're not bending at the torso or at the knees. We're kind of moving. We'll get a little yogi with it, like a tree in the wind, but you're just the trunk of the tree. So everything moves as one. And now let's go side to side. And this is just a very slight, gentle movement. Bring the feet together if they're separated. Big toes to touch. All right, we're gonna go from front corner of the room to back corner of the room. Keeping those eyes closed if you're doing that, or the gaze softly on the floor. And now we'll go the other way. One opposite front corner to opposite back corner, gently swaying. The whole body is one unit. If you fall out a little bit, no worries, just come right back into it. No need to beat yourself up, it happens to all of us. All right, let's pause at the center, keeping the eyes closed. If they are, we're gonna take all of those points we just moved in and connect them with a circle. So feel the weight of your body encircling the perimeter of your feet, outside edges, toes, all the way around. And now let's reverse it. Let's go the other way. Keep holding that ball of energy behind your back. All right, let's pause at the center once more, still keeping those eyes closed. Gather the energy, hold that ball behind you, tighten all your muscles, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Inhale through the nose, And exhale forcefully from the mouth. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale forcefully from the mouth. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Do a couple more of those at your own pace with your own breath, keeping the muscles tight and engaged. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Let's do one more. And then keeping the eyes closed, inhale through the nose, exhale, release, sigh of relief, let the arms go. Let everything relax. So just like the opposite of what we just did. Everything was engaged, now we let everything go. We're still keeping the eyes closed. Let's inhale through the nose and gentle sigh of relief from your mouth. And keep doing those breaths at your own pace. In through the nose, exhale, sigh, and think like a sigh of relief. Let yourself relax. You can kind of speak the word relax in your mind. This is a little bit of like a standing Shavasana, which is typically the ending relaxation pose. All right, and keep doing those breaths in through the nose, gentle sigh out from the mouth, and when you feel ready, when you feel relaxed, feel free to take a few more of these breaths, but when you're ready, gently flutter the eyes open. You can wiggle the hands, you can wiggle the knees, or just take any movements that might feel kind of organic in your body. All right, we're gonna continue to kind of stretch through the shoulders and the upper body. So we're gonna take the hands together, bring them up overhead, palms face the ceiling. You can kind of bend and straighten the elbows a few times. Let's separate the feet now to hips with distance. All right, keep those arms up. If possible, the elbows are straight. And starting from your hips, bump your hips to the right, and then lengthen through the side body and through the arms. Either side, doesn't matter, we'll do both sides. And then on an inhale, come through center. Exhale, we'll bump the hips and then stretch the upper body. And be aware, don't feel like you have to force it too much. We really want to think up and out. Think lengthening. And then inhale back through center. That inhale gives you support. So we'll take another big inhale, and then from your hips, hinge forward. Press those hips toward the back wall as you stretch forward. Parallel to the floor, look straight ahead, don't look at the ground. Press the feet into the ground, activate the legs. And then we'll kind of twist to one front corner of the room. Inhale through center, exhale other side. Inhale through center, exhale forward, release. Let the arms go. If your hands don't touch the floor, they can hang onto your calves. You can hook your arms together in this ragdoll pose if that feels good. You can bend your knees any amount. We're doing this stretch to release our upper body and our back and get some blood flow to the head, so you don't need to keep the knees straight. The straighter, of course, your legs are, the more of a hamstring stretch you'll get, but that's kind of optional. And just keep breathing as you let the spine release. And then we'll use our inhale for support to come up, bend in the knees, press the ground away. And we'll finish this up, bring those hands, clasp them back together, inhale up overhead, and then we're gonna stretch back. So engage your legs, engage your abs, press the hips forward, arch back. Just a gentle back bend here, don't force it. Inhale back up to straight, exhale, twist, look behind you. Inhale through center, exhale other side, press the ground away, twist from the hips. Our twist comes from our base, we're supported from the bottom up. And then inhale back through center and release the arms, shake it out. Okay. And let's take our hands behind our back once more. So this same starting position. And we're gonna do a similar series of stretches here. So bring those shoulders back, bump your hips to the right and arch. Be aware that you don't bend forward here. Bring the shoulder back, plug it into its socket. And then we'll inhale through center, exhale, bump the hips, other side. You can look up at the ceiling if you'd like, and again, plug that shoulder into its socket, pull it back. Inhale through center, and then we're gonna come forward. Hinge at the hips, press the tailbone back behind you. Strong through the legs, press the ground away with the feet. Look straight ahead. And then we'll twist to one front corner. Inhale through center, exhale other side. Inhale through center, exhale, come forward. Bring those arms overhead. And focus on your breath here. Don't hold your breath. Again, take any amount of bend in your knees that you'd like. This is a shoulder stretch more than a leg stretch, but you can add that leg stretch if you want. And then we'll use our inhale for support. Inhale up, press the ground away with the legs. Tighten the abs, press the hips forward, arch back. And then inhale forward, exhale, twist, look behind you. Inhale through center, exhale, twist other side. Inhale back through center and release those arms. Shake your hands. Shake them really fast. Feel all your fingers moving. Shake, 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 shake. And then we'll take big circles with the arms. I'm gonna try to release some tension here. Physical, mental, and everything in between. Yes, spirit fingers. Keep going. Feel those fingers shaking. Let's go the other way. When we shake the fingers, we actually release serotonin in our brain, which makes you happy. So hopefully I see the smiles. There we go. Let's do one arm at a time. Keep the fingers shaking as you move from the shoulders. And then other way. All right, and down. All right, let's come down into our lower body a bit. Bring the feet back together. Just bend and straighten your knees. Super simple. Probably something you guys usually do in your boot camp. It's a great warm up for those knees. And then keep the knees bent, rotate. As you focus on the knees, keep your tailbone pressing back behind you. Stay broad through your collarbones, look up. Try not to look at your feet. And then other way. All right, and then let's stand up. We're gonna focus on our feet. So the palms of the hands, soles of the feet are where all of our nerve endings are. So the feet and the hands are really important to kind of work into our exercise and our movement regimen, but they often don't get a lot of attention. But especially the feet, when we're doing other exercises, they're supporting you always. So we're gonna do some dedicated stretches for our feet, starting with the feet together. Super simple, just come up and down on your toes. We use the weight of our body and that resistance to stretch the toes. So inhaling up, exhaling down, connecting that breath. And then separate your feet a little bit, just about hips width distance, same thing. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then we'll go one step wider. So just go wider than your hips here, same thing. And then come back down, bring the feet back together. We're gonna reverse it. So we're gonna come up, we're gonna balance on the heels, bring the toes up. Inhale up, exhale down. Stretch those big toes up as high as you can. You may feel this stretch all the way up into your glutes, into your backside. And then separate your feet to about hips width distance, same thing. Inhale, bring the toes up, exhale down. One thing here, be aware you're not rocking and rolling back and forth too much like this, but that you're stretching. We want to pull the toes up and kind of keep our weight on our heels. And then step a little bit wider than your hips width, same thing. Inhale up, exhale down. Move with your breath, any speed. All right, bring the feet to about hips width distance. And now we're gonna come up and down onto opposite toes, bending each knee. So with this one, what we wanna do is take our body weight up and over, right? Like we don't wanna just move the legs like this. It's a full body movement. And we continue to use that resistance of our body weight to kind of massage and activate our feet. It's actually 52 pressure points in each one of your feet, one of your foot, whatever. All right, and then come down on your heels. Separate the feet to about hips width distance. We're gonna get into the sides of the feet. So start with the knees coming together. The inside of the foot is on the mat, pressing into the ground with strength. Outside edges of the feet are up and off the mat. Tailbone presses back, collarbones are broad. Hands rest lightly on your knees. Keep the head up, chin parallel with the floor. Keep that breath moving. This is gonna feel harder than you think it would pretty quickly. These are muscles we don't typically move a lot, so, right. And then open the knees, come onto the outside edges of the feet. Inside edges are up off the floor. Tailbone still pressing back, collarbone still broad. That helps us keep the curves in our spine. And then let's bring knees together and apart. Roll the bottom of the foot against the floor. Again, thinking about we're massaging and kind of activating the bottom of our feet. All right, let's bring those feet flat, stand up straight, kick the legs out a little bit. Yeah, release the tension. Feels good, right? But it gets intense, and it's like these little movements that you think like, oh, that's no big deal. I'm just going up and down on my toes, and then your calves are on fire. All right, so we're gonna work on some stretches for our knees, and we're gonna work with balance. So we're gonna be on one leg. If anyone wants to, come over to a wall and just get a little bit of support if you're feeling a little bit off balance. And a lot of people, one side might be super easy and then one side might be really hard. That's natural and common. So, you know, no shade if you want to grab a little bit of support from a wall or, you know, like the bars, anything that's sturdy and nearby you. All right. All right, so let's start on one side. And we're gonna kind of try to balance on one leg, press your foot into the ground, active through the leg. Rotate your ankle and start to bring your leg out to the side. And then rotate the same way, come back through center. And now we'll rotate the ankle the other way. Move that leg out. And then back through center. And down. We're gonna switch legs. We're gonna do this on the other side. So if you're a little bit ahead or a little behind, just do your thing. It's very kind of repetitive side to side. So get your balance, rotate your ankle. Yeah, you guys got it. You guys are doing great. Back through center, rotate just one way. Whoop, and if you fall out, just pick it back up. And then other way, rotate the ankle the other way. And come back through center. And down. Other side. Now we're just gonna swing our legs side to side. So from the knee, let the foot just hang there. Bring the knee out to the side and back through center and down. When you're ready, switch sides and just from the knee, kind of swing side to side. We'll do that twice on each side. Down, and when you're ready, switch. Now we're gonna rotate the knee. Bring the the leg out to the other side as you rotate. And back through center, and then one more rep the other way. And when you're ready, switch legs. We'll do that on the other side. Take a second if you need to, find your balance, and then start with the movement. You can do this at your own pace, no worries. Back through center, rotate the other way. All right, and down. Yeah, take any other stretches you need in between, right? Free movement. Yeah, take whatever, anything your body's asking you for, take a break, jump back in when you're feeling ready. All right, a few more of these. So we're just gonna bend and straighten the leg. The foot is flexed, you're kicking from the heel, and bring your leg out to the side. And for this one, take it back. So kind of like a donkey kick type action. Be aware you don't lean forward here. Keep the torso straight, bend and straighten. So while we're focusing on the knee, you're probably feeling this in your hip. This is a great 360 movement for the hip. Full mobility, kind of stretching. Get that full range of motion. When you're ready, switching sides, and just bend and straighten. Take it back. All right, and down when you're ready. Last two exercises here for our series. We're gonna do a reverse bicycle. So the foot is flexed, you're kind of kicking out from the heel. And then we'll switch sides. And then when you're ready, switch back once more. We're gonna do forward bicycle. If this is feeling a little bit tough, don't bring the leg up as high. You could go a little bit lower. Just reduce your range of motion. And then when you're ready, other side. Forward bicycle. All right, and down. Okay. Let's take the hips, let's rotate a little bit. Try to release some of that tension. A lot of people think yoga is just about stretching for flexibility, but we build a lot of strength. We can build a lot of heat. Of course, anyone who's done like a, vinyasa, power yoga knows that too, but the Hatha yoga modality has that as well. It can really build some strength. As you rotate, press the hips forward, push the tailbone back. And connect your breath to this movement. Half circle inhale, half circle exhale. Bending the knees side to side as you rotate. Channel your inner belly dancer. And let's reverse. Let's go the other way. Keeping that breath connected. Half circle inhale, half circle exhale. We use the breath to help keep ourselves focused, keep the mind from wandering. It's one of the best ways to kind of bring yourself back to yourself when you need that. All right, and let's come through center. Let's come down onto the mat. We'll do some stretches on the floor. We'll continue to stretch those hips and the legs. All right, we're going to make our way to the floor together. No worries, if you're ready to sit, sit down. Let's inhale our arms up, look up. Hands come together, exhale, deep bend in the knees. Bring the hands down to the floor. So we're trying to get hands and feet onto the floor. You guys all look good. If you need to be up a little higher, do so. Look forward, try not to look at the ground, and let's rotate the body as one. So try to keep the hands on the feet on the floor here. If your heels are coming up, you may need to come a little bit higher in your squat. And let's rotate the other way. And let's release. So from here, we're gonna go down into a squatting position. If this does not work for you, just come right down onto your seat. We won't be here for too long. But this is a fabulous stretch for anyone who spends a lot of their day sitting. This is a great release for the hips. If you need to kind of work into this, feel free to take some lateral movement side to side or up and down. Don't feel like you have to drop right into it, but once you do, just press those elbows into the knees, thumbs come towards the chest, and your knees press back into your elbows, right? So it's kind of a two-way push and pull. It's not just the elbows pressing out, it's the knees pressing back in. And let's release, bring your arms behind you, help yourself, guide yourself down to the floor. And then we're gonna take the soles of our feet together. So with this position, be aware of your knees, right? So a lot of us might not feel comfortable right here. Totally fine. Bring your feet any distance away from your pelvis that works for you. And then let's rock and roll to the side a little bit. Massage your glutes. Keep the spine as long and tall as you can as you rock. Come all the way onto the outside of your leg. Rock through all of your muscles in the glute. And then come back onto your tailbone. Let's rotate the torso over the pelvis. So again here, long, tall spine. The reason we do a lot of our exercises standing is because it's a lot easier to keep your spine straight when you're standing versus when you're sitting. It's really challenging for a lot of people. And let's go the other way. And connect your breath. Half circle inhale, half circle inhale. That's a great breath pattern to bring in anytime you're doing a rotational movement. come back to center, long, tall spine, and then take the knees up and down. So think about bringing your legs up more than you think about bringing them down, because gravity helps you with that down part. Maybe your inner thighs can gently tap your elbows. All right, and release. So from here, we're gonna let's start on our right side. Grab your ankle, pull that right leg behind you. Left leg will be in front. See, in this position, most people should be able to get their heel relatively close to the pelvis. So bring that heel, tuck it in. Hand comes onto your lower back. Press your hips forward. Use the hand to help, but also think about the side of your knee, the side of your foot. Press the ground away with the interior side of your leg to stretch your hips and pelvis forward. And then let's press and hold. So here, release the hand, press that inside of the leg against the ground and start to gently twist towards the back. So this twist comes from our base, right? From all this support we're getting from the leg, the upper body just goes along for the ride. And we've got our arm here to help us, think of it like a scaffolding to support you. And let's come back through center. We'll switch and do this on the other side. If you want to be tricky, you can try to flip those legs around. And we may notice that one side is, again, way tighter than the other side. One side feels easy, one side feels hard. Again, that's really normal and common and has to do with just the patterns we have in our daily lives. Think about driving, right? That's all one side. That's all your right leg and your right foot. So that, who doesn't drive? Most of us do. So that's going to affect our mobility and our kind of flexibility, our strength, all of that on the body. So we can try to balance those two sides out, just like we did on the other side. Press those hips forward. Exhale as you press forward, inhale back. And use the inside of your leg. So press the inside of your leg, particularly the knee and the inside of your foot, to help press that hip and pelvis forward. And then let's press and hold. And then once you've got that, start to gently twist towards the back wall, kind of back corner of the room. And use that arm for support for the upper body. And let's release it out. And let's see, let's come onto our backs. We'll do a series of bridge stretches. So these are probably, for the most part, familiar. We'll do some variations that may be a little different than the usual. So we'll start with the traditional bridge pose. Bring your heels close to your glutes. Again, adjust your feet as you need to. If anyone has knee injuries or anything that they need to modify for, please go ahead and do that. And the hands will just be down by the sides. We're going to inhale, press the hips up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, press up and hold. As you hold the position, press your feet into the ground, press your shoulder blades into the ground. Stretch that pelvis high. And keep your breath flowing. Do not hold your breath. And release back down. Take a moment here, take a breath. And then we're gonna touch our knees and our inner thighs together and bring your feet to the outside edges of your mat. So it's kind of like you're kind of making like a triangle or a pyramid with the legs. Yeah, you guys got it, okay. So just like we did before, inhale, press the hips up, and exhale as you lower the hips back to the ground. Inhale, press up, exhale down. Inhale, press up, hold. And as you hold the stretch, press those inner thighs together. Press the ground away with the feet. Press the shoulder blades into the ground. Stretch the pelvis high. And on an exhalation, release back down to the ground. Keep those legs exactly where they are. Don't move the legs or the feet. Drop your knees to one side and then the other, switching back and forth. Rolling through, switching sides. And then whatever your next side is, drop the knees, stay there. And just enjoy a little bit of a passive stretch. Gravity's helping you with this one. If you'd like to take this deeper, this is just an option, not a requirement. You can take the foot of your bottom leg and put that on top of your other knee. And feel free to try that, and if you don't like it, you can come back to the first position. This gets a nice deep stretch of the psoas muscle. If you've got that foot on top of the knee, release it, and then use an inhale to come through center, exhale other side. Drop the knees to the ground, release. Focus on your breath. Focus on it coming in and out of your nose. Maybe you observe where the breath travels and kind of how it feels. Just use that breath as a focal point. And if you did so on the other side, try it on this side to take the foot, bottom foot on top of the knee, opposite knee, to deepen that stretch. If you've got the foot on top, release it, bring the knees back up. And then now we're gonna take our feet, soles of the feet together. So like a namaste with the feet and is on the ground, so our legs are out wide. Yep, everybody's got it. Rock your pelvis side to side. Just rock and roll it out. Use the ground to give your lower back a nice little massage here. And then pause, stop your rock, bring the knees up and down just like we did when we were seated. It's a little butterfly action. And then pause, and then we're gonna inhale, bring the pelvis up, and exhale down. Inhale, pelvis up, exhale down. Inhale, up and hold. Press that pelvis high, press the sides of those feet into the ground. Press the shoulder blades into the ground. That's our base, our points of support, use them. And release that back down. Now we're gonna keep our feet together, but lift them up. Grab a hold of your feet in between your legs. If you raised your torso, bring it back to the ground. And then from this position, rock on your spine, side to side. If this feels tough, you can grab hold of the feet separately. That also might just feel good. It's just a different type of stretch, so feel free to explore feet together or feet apart. All right, from here, come back onto that spine. Grab hold of your knees with your hands and pull your legs out and apart. Maybe the backs of your arms, your elbows gently tap the floor. So you're just kind of pulling your legs apart towards kind of the back corners of the room. You can hold this stretch. So just pulling those legs apart. If you rotate the ankles here, one way and then the other. Point and flex your feet. And then bring those knees together at your chest. Grab hold of your right knee, straighten your left leg. And pull that knee in tightly towards your chest. Keep the foot flexed so that it's active. And then let's pull the right knee over towards the left. So we're gonna twist toward the left. The right arm stretches out long. Maybe your gaze follows and looks at your hand. Coming in to focus on your breath here. Keep the breath in and out through the nose if possible. Keep those lips sealed. On your next inhale, come back through center. Grab hold of that knee once more. Raise the leg up towards the sky, arms come up overhead with strength and control. Slowly lower that right leg down to the floor. And once your leg gets to the floor, grab hold of your left knee, pulling that in towards your chest. And then let's take that left knee, pull it over towards the right across your body, finding a lateral twist. Left arm stretches out long and maybe your gaze follows. When you're ready, on your next inhale, come back through center. We'll straighten that leg up towards the ceiling, arms come up overhead, and slowly lower the left leg down with a flexed foot, pressing from the heel. Once that left foot gets to the floor, press both heels into the floor, reach both arms out long overhead, kind of rock your pelvis side to side. And then pause your rock. Bring both knees towards your chest, wrap the arms around the knees. Let's do a quick rotation. So rotate your knees together. Arms can come out to a T, hands could be on your knees. Arms could be in a kind of a cactus position if you're kind of close to your neighbor. Let's go the other way, rotate. Half circle, inhale, half circle, and exhale. And then bring those knees back towards your chest. If there's any other kind of final movements or actions you'd like to take, feel free to do so now. If you're ready to take some final relaxation, we'll bring both arms around the knees, hug them into your chest tightly. Bring the nose towards the knees, squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't forget your feet, your fingers, and your face. Squeeze everything. Take a big inhale through the nose. Sigh it out from the mouth. Make some noise on that exhalation. Let the legs go out in front of you. Arms come out wide to the sides with the palms facing the ceiling. Take a minute to roll your shoulder blades underneath you so they make good contact with the floor. And take any other actions or movements to kind of adjust your skin or your flesh underneath you so that you can feel comfortable and relax. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Make some noise, don't be shy. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. One more, just like that. Make it count. In through the nose. Exhale, sigh. There we go. Let all your muscles relax. Bring your awareness down into your feet. Relax your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins. Relax. Relax the back of the knees and your kneecaps. Relax your thighs. Relax your glutes, your hips, your pelvis. Even think about relaxing your intestines and your stomach. Relax everything that's inside. Relax all of your lower back and your lumbar spine. Moving up, relax your thoracic spine, the middle of your back. Relax your chest, your heart, and your lungs. Move your awareness out into your hands and relax your fingers, your palms, your wrists. Relax your forearms and your elbows. Relax the upper arms and the collarbones. Relax your throat and the back of your neck, your cervical spine. Relax your jaw by slightly opening your mouth and let your tongue fall back. Relax all the muscles in your face, the lips, the cheeks, the temples, the eyes and the eyebrows. Relax your forehead and relax the space right between your eyebrows. Now relax your ears. Relax the back of your head. And relax the space right between your ears. And finally, relax the crown of your head. Take a moment here and scan your body for any other areas of tension or tightness, anything that may still be holding or resisting. And if you find anything, just move your awareness to that place and direct it to release. Allow it to relax. Give it permission to let go. Your body feels heavy, like you could sink right into the ground right into the earth. And you can just let go. There is no rush. When you feel ready to come back, start by finding small movements of your fingers and your toes, gentle circles with your wrists and your ankles. And take your version of a full body stretch, maybe reaching the arms up overhead, and stretching long from fingers to toes. And eventually roll over onto one side. And then eventually taking your time, anytime you need, to press up into a comfortable seat. And when you make your way to your comfortable seat, you can keep your eyes closed or the gaze softly at the ground in front of you and bring your hands together at your chest. And we'll just take a moment and give yourself some gratitude for taking time to take care of yourself, taking care of your physical body, your mind, and your energetic body. Send some gratitude out to your fellow yogis for sharing in this space. And I send my gratitude out to each of you for allowing me to guide you through your practice this evening. It's truly a joy for me to do so and an honor, so thank you all. And we'll take a moment, we'll bring our thumbs to our forehead, and we'll bow forward together just in recognition of one another and to seal our practice together. You're welcome. Thank you guys for coming to class tonight. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah.
I can't work it out. So I'm